taking a bit of advice from the Infinity stuff. We're going to focus on a whole bunch of stuff that's come from Warcrow. Let's dive straight into the first unit.
Mahael has served under 5 hetmans in just 4 years. Despite his undoubted talent and irrefutable results, no one is able to tolerate this aide for too long. On the battlefield, Mahael is a mage warrior who attacks his enemies with his spectral sword, which inflicts magic damage, which cannot be easily defended.
Mahael the Refused, single blister mini. The single sweeping arc of the blade is a very cool feature. It's going to be interesting to paint because that is a lot of single space to be working with. But it's a very cool design nonetheless. As with Siocast, there might be a little bit of cleanup required. But overall, the detail is very smooth. The joins to the sprues are all in very forgiving places. And we find that this 6-piece miniature is going to give those dedicated to really good paint jobs massive opportunity to showcase their skills. It's a very exciting miniature with lots of great detail.
On the battlefield, the Master of Darkness is an ambusher, a unit that can appear on the battlefield once the game has started. What does he bring to your army? His sharp perception ability makes him the ideal counterpart against the enemy's game of scouts and ambushers. His Shrouded in Darkness ability allows him to get close to his targets without the enemy being able to attack him.
Dark Master, also called on the websites the Master of Darkness. This is a 6-piece mini. With both of the hands being separate pieces. We have the big dark cloud that sits upon the base, and then body, cape, and more cloud. Very interesting mini. Excited to get my hands on this because the model fully painted looks very cool. Great detailing on the Siocast with only a few things that will need a little bit of cleanup.
Orc Officers lead troopers on the battlefield with fury and experience. On the battlefield, Lotta adds damage to ally attacks as well as in defense. In addition, she gives them raging, which adds extra impact when charging. Prime Warrior can impose the vulnerable status on an enemy and increases the conquest value of allied units that have inflicted combat damage.
Orc Officers set is a 10-piece kit in total with quite a lot of individual and different pieces. Comes with the 3 character cards, Prime Warrior, Lotta, and also there was a contender card. No miniature for the contender, so unsure if the intent is simply to proxy for the contender because no model is coming, or whether that was an intentional pack in there. Does look as though it is because from a serial number point of view on these stack character cards, they are sequential. So I believe that it is intentional and that you are able to play one of these models as a contender. Jump in the comments and correct me if I am wrong.
Leading this team is Nadezhda Lazard, champion of Ember Sieg, who is an excellent swordswoman in her own right. Her expression set and focused on the fight ahead. She boosts the morale and willpower of your units on the battlefield. Lazar is joined by the corporal who comes with 2 command tokens and the ability to reduce the stress of your allies. Use these behind your core troops to keep them fighting for longer.
Hegemony Black Legion Officers set comes with 2 character cards. One for the Nadezhda Lazard, champion of Ember Sieg, and then for a corporal. Models, 6-piece kit. I love the details on the shield. The eagle motif is really good and is where Siocast comes into its own with those smaller details where you need depth quickly. And while metal can obtain that, I find that things like flashings would get in the way. These are beautifully detailed miniatures and they would be a joy to paint.
Those are the 4 releases from Warcrow in November. In the comments, let me know. Are you particularly excited for any of those units? Are you an Infinity player that's thinking about Warcrow, or are you just completely not into the fantasy side of things and sticking to science fiction? I will be back more with Infinity content. I'm going to be talking about the December releases and also the January releases, for which I am super excited. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Infinity stuff coming as M5 gets ever closer to being dropped. I will be back soon with more videos.